Today I'm going to be doing makeup on my daughter Gianna. It seems like nowadays kids are getting younger and younger that want makeup. It's a really great option to put them in good makeup so they learn how to use stuff that makes their skin look naturally enhanced instead of covered up, causing breakouts and other issues and scarring down the road. So let's get them in some really good makeup, and we're going to start that process with our GloMinerals line. And today we're going to first start Gianna's makeup with a great moisturizer, especially for somebody that is of her age. She is 16. We're going to start her in the Ambrette face lotion. This has natural forming salicylic acid from white willow bark, and it's a fantastic moisturizer that feels really light, but also is great for those that tend to break out or have ultra sensitive skin. This also has Ambrette essential oil, which helps to tone the skin naturally. So we're just going to use about a half a pump. She did just wash her face, so this is great to get a moisturizer on right away. When you're doing your kids' makeup or you're helping them get moisturizers, make sure that they're applying the moisturizer when their skin is a little bit damp out of the shower and it doesn't dry out. Gianna has had me as a mother, so I'm a little bit crazy about skincare, so she knows that, and she also loves to take care of her skin, which is great. How do you feel about Ambrette face lotion?
I use it all the time. Like, I used it this morning too.
I always go down into the neck. You want to teach your kiddos to start putting it on their necks young so that they maintain a tight neck for longer. Now that she's moisturized, it does give this natural luminous look. In this age group, that 16, 17, 18, even to 28, and as we age, we really want to have that youthful appearance, and that youthful appearance comes from that healthy glow. Enhancing that glow on them is just even better. So this illuminating primer, we're going to use hardly any foundation on her. And the reason is, when they're this age, you don't really need to slather them in foundation. If they feel like they need a foundation, we have several options for that. So we're going to end up using the HD stick with this and only spot treat instead of cover their whole face. So illuminating primer. This is a little bit runny.
It's so pretty.
It is so pretty. It has an illuminating mica in it. It is almost pink skin toned. This goes on every skin tone, which is really great. And I just dot it where I want it first. Nose, chin, cheeks, and forehead first. And then I kind of just work it in with my hands. You can use your hands with the primers, no problem, but I do like using this flat top kabuki brush as well. I'm just kind of blend it into her skin, and it creates that really lustrous look and provides a little extra moisture as well. The illuminating primer also has this little tone of gold in it, and it just brings out the most beautiful undertones to your skin. Make sure to go under the chin. Teaching your kids to apply makeup so that it's not heavy and you're using the right products looks so much better than wearing a lot of product. I think everyone goes through that phase where we wear a lot of makeup because we're trying to make it better, but actually backing off and applying stuff naturally to have a natural look goes so much better. You kind of had a phase like that where you ended up using too much foundation.
I use a lot of bronzer.
Yeah, totally. It is fun to experiment, but once you find that this process of just really supernatural, enhancing what you have, so many people will ask them, where do you get your makeup? Or why is your skin so nice? Okay, now that we have the primer on, we're gonna do the HD stick. And this has hyaluronic acid in it, so it provides more moisture for their skin. We hear hyaluronic acid and we usually think, oh, it's an anti-wrinkle. Yes, it's a fabulous anti-wrinkle because it pulls out those fine lines and deep set wrinkles so that it pulls it out and it looks more smooth. Where for younger kids, hyaluronic acid is nice because it creates more moisture within their cell and it helps hold that in longer. And over time, that's such good practice for their skin. Okay, we're gonna be using the HD stick in the color Buff. This is what it looks like. This is Gianna's color. She doesn't like to use it all over her face. And if you guys spot treat the areas that they feel concerned about, they feel like they're getting something more out of it. So tell me where you like to apply this.
I like to put it on my cheeks because my cheeks get really red.
Okay, so we're just gonna dot a few dots on her cheek. This is a full coverage foundation, so we're not going to use too much of it. Again, you can use your fingertips with the HD stick, but I'm going to use this flat top kabuki brush again. I'm a huge fan of If you have one brush, it should do a lot of stuff. So we're just gonna buff this out, and you generally buff upwards. I'm gonna do a tiny bit into her nose and around the area so that it looks like her skin. I go across the nose a little bit just to make sure that it's lightly covering everywhere around so it doesn't look like she has anything on. I'm gonna go over the eyelids with the excess just to make them match. And that's it. Super quick and easy. Because we're gonna keep this super natural, beautiful skin look, we're gonna use a Cream Stay Shadow Stick in the color Solstice. And this one's really pretty. It's kind of coppery. She actually has a green eye color, but this color looks so good on blue, green, brown, because it's not too loud. I'm gonna show you on my hand here. And you can kind of see it's shimmery. If you have more fine lines around the eyes and think that you can't wear a shimmer or a light sheen, you're wrong. And these are the reasons why. As long as it's not a glitter or a big piece of mica or things that are really shimmery or too shimmery, it can draw back and point at the obvious fine lines that you have. However, if you are using it in an area like your eyelid and not getting it into areas like around the eye, it is fantastic. For Gianna's age at 16, this is going to look really good, bright, fresh. It's almost gonna look like she's not wearing an eyeshadow, but it creates the illusion that her eye is bigger and more bright. I start at the lash line and go all the way out. I go out so that if you drew from her corner of her nose to the end of her eyebrow, that's where it should end. I draw kind of a stiff line there, and I'm gonna show you how I blend that. This color is such a great color to go all the way across the eyelid.
I'm sorry.
She's feeling a little awkward. Okay, I love using the crease shadow brush to blend out colors of eyeshadow with the Cream Stay Shadow Sticks. When I blend this out, I'm making this upward stroke like this on the eyelid so that you still have a little bit of a line, but we're kind of buffing it out to create softness. Such a beautiful color. Everyone needs Solstice Cream Stay Shadow Stick. It is the color that everyone can use. It brings brightness. You can use it under. It just creates the illusion of such a bigger, brighter eye. Again, we're not going heavy with this approach. We're gonna do her eyes. Gianna doesn't like mascara on the bottom. She likes it on the top. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
So first we're gonna do a lash thickener and conditioner, and this helps eliminate breakage. Then we're gonna do the water-resistant mascara. You like the water-resistant mascara? The water-resistant mascara stays on really well, especially if you like using oils on your face, so you don't end up wearing it down your cheeks. So I'll put this on, lasts all day, and I get none that comes down, and I use a lot of oil. Okay, first we're gonna start with this lash conditioner. It's white. And I'm just going to get really close to the lash line, and I shake the brush a tiny bit. Now, if you younger guys are watching this, this is awesome. You can take these skills and do them to yourself, and that's how I'm trying to teach you. Do you use this one?
Mm-hmm. I use it every day.
This is like one of my faves. People will ask me, oh, what are you doing for your lashes? Why are your lashes so long? Girl, I just got a secret. Okay, now we're gonna go over top. I usually let it set up for about 20 seconds or so, and then I put the water-resistant mascara over top. It creates more depth, it creates more length, and it really makes them look thicker. Mascara pulls together your whole look. So it makes your eyeshadows or your Cream Stay Shadow Sticks show up more because there's more contrast. Gianna's had me do her makeup since she was little. I've poked her, I've prodded her, I've done everything. Halloween makeup, like it's so dramatic, is it not? Yeah. After I do one coat of the mascara, I go back and touch up a little bit. I don't necessarily dip it again because we don't want too much product. If you notice, I only dipped this mascara one time. That's all you really need if you're just doing the top. I'm going to show you what the Cream Stay Shadow Stick looks like under the lash. Get really, really close to the lash line and you can hardly see it, but it creates this beautiful shimmer wide eye look. Okay, one of the last things we're going to do is blush. This blush is the Cream Blush First Love. This is such a good neutral color for so many skin tones and young ones because it creates this little bit of blushy look without being too red, without being too brown. This is the color.
I use it every morning.
You use it every morning? Mm-hmm. This is one of my favorites. I was wondering where it went. Did your kids steal your stuff? Okay, go ahead and smile. And I'm just gonna place it gently, tiny, tiny bit on Gianna's cheeks. Like she said, she gets redness of the cheeks, so we're covering that with that buff HD stick. But this is a different color than what she would be getting red as. So we're just gonna go really light. Most of the product should be landing right here on the apple of the cheek and not back here. You do wanna brush a little bit back there to create that illusion of like you're blushing and that it's traveled a little bit. After I do the cheeks, I do a tiny bit on nose, forehead, and chin. So this overall look, when you put the remainder of the blush on your nose, forehead, and chin, it kind of completes the look. It makes your skin look so beautiful. Work it. Work it. To finish off our look, we're gonna give her some extra pizzazz, some shimmer, some sheer shimmer. This one's Rose, and it's a Skin Glow powder highlighter. So we're just gonna highlight certain areas on her face. So I'm gonna get you a little bit closer so you see how this works.
Isn't it rosé?
It's probably rosé. So we're gonna do down the nose, just one little stripe, and then we blend it. Then we're gonna do right above the cheekbone, right above the cheekbone. And then the remainder that's on your finger, I like to put on chin. I typically don't use this with a brush because you can get a lot of product on your face if you're not careful. Just tapping this is plenty. And then a little bit under brow, just to create some more lift. And that's it. So this completes Gianna's look. And it's natural, it's light, but it really enhances the skin that she has, which is what you also want to do for your skin or for your kids' skin as they're just getting into makeup. Let us know if you have any questions or comments. We would love to answer them for you, or come in store and we can match you with the right foundations. You can also send us a picture online and we can match you that way as well.